Welcome back to Navigating Your Corporate Career, Part 2, intended for middle managers, and this is session 2 of 2, presented by myself, Christopher Lewis. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you want to learn more about myself, I invite you to look at my LinkedIn page, linkedin.com/in/Chris. If to learn more about myself, I invite you to view my LinkedIn page, linkedin.com/in/Chris Lowish TT, and you will see my teamwork, work relations. Very important. No one is an island. As you climb the corporate ladder, you will quickly realize you need allies to do your job effectively. This can be support. What will support you in this endeavor is a good internal network. It acts as a testing ground for new ideas, and it also helps you to avoid the pitfalls and capitalize on the opportunities. It does not necessarily mean being friendly with everyone, but about developing productive work relationships so you can advance the agenda of the organization that you belong to. To do this, to do this effectively, you need to invest in understanding your colleagues and what makes them tick, what motivates them. Effective teamwork often means letting go and allowing others to shine. Even if you think you can do a better job or a faster job, it's important to develop your team members. So let them do what they have to do. Coach them along the way if you need to, and be generous with your praise because that and be generous in your praise because that goes a long way in bringing about and be generous with your praise, which goes a long way in bringing about cohesion to the team. And be generous with your praise, which goes a long way in bringing about cohesion to the team. Teams work best with clear goals, regular communication, updates, and deadlines. And of course, documentation and reporting are important aspects of a team that is successful. Train your bosses. You may have to set boundaries, which would translate into a better work environment. Because if you allow bad habits of your boss to go unchallenged, it can make for a very miserable workplace. So be firm, but be polite. Boundaries may include use of your boundaries may include your personal space, use of your time, the setting of deadlines. Sometimes bosses like to set impossible deadlines, but if that's a habit, you need to break that habit and have the conversation so you can mutually agree on a deadline that is reasonable and that is both reasonable and attainable. And please do not over rely on verbal communication, especially as it relates to complicated tasks, which may be subject to misinterpretation. It is always a good thing to put such tasks down in writing. Build your external network outside the organization, suppliers, customers, government officials. They are all facilitators and are benefit to you to get your job done and also can act as very good references for the future should you decide to move on. Take advantage of LinkedIn, which is an take advantage of LinkedIn, which is an excellent business-oriented social media platform, and build your and continue to build your personal brand so more people are aware of your capabilities and your skill set. Measure, analyze, and research. Keep tabs of your value. You must be aligned to your key performance indicators, which says whether you're doing a good job or not. Good is a subjective word. We need to get some hard numbers. And this is where the measurement of your performance comes in. Keep tabs. If you're falling short, have a plan to catch up and to ensure that you achieve your targets as best as you can. Don't be talking about your value, have it documented, put it in writing. And of course, update your performance records on a monthly basis. Don't have the answer before you know the problem. The temptation is always there to rush and fix a problem that doesn't exist. We're not sure what it is, we don't fully understand, and we may be often motivated by a desire to meet boss we may often be motivated by a desire to meet our boss. We may often be motivated by a desire to meet our boss's demands or to impress our peers. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Spend the time to analyze data, survey customers, employees, etc., as needed. Be sure that you fully understand what a problem is before you can think of viable solutions. And you will find if you spend the time, invest the time in doing the research to determine the problem, the solutions tend to present themselves. Of course, for business growth, there must be new avenues of revenue. And this is where research comes in. So ensure you have a continuous program of researching for new business opportunities, which you will get, of course, from reading industry journals, news feeds, and so on. Your customers are a good source of research. Listen to them. They can tell you what they need, what services are lacking, what you can do better. Keep tabs of your competitors. Learn from them if you have to, as to what new avenues you can pursue. Analyze any business opportunities that arise using cost-benefit analysis so you can be sure that the benefits significantly outweigh the costs. And of course, there's the traditional business networking which helps, such as conferences, cocktails, webinars, and so on. Don't just change jobs if you have to. Build a career. When you're making a decision to change a job, let it not simply be leaving for money, more money, or for a better environment. You must leave for better in terms of the long-term value to your career. Sometimes this means taking a salary cut. Uh, or be always ensure when you're comparing apples, you're comparing them with other apples. So put a dollar value on all the benefits and allowances of the offers presented to you or your current job position and do a fair comparison. But in the end, it's not simply about the money. It's about what's best for you long-term wise. That's my recommendation. This brings me to the end of session 2 of part 2. Check out the lessons for all video to bring it all together for the conclusion of the series. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I thank you for viewing.